When I got here, I was a bit nervous.
It's not always what do you know, it's also how do you present this. That's what really counts for the future employee.
It shows them what to expect when they're going to go to interviews, and also more and more firms are doing assessment centres and things now, and it can be really daunting to go into one and not know what to expect.
One of the ways that companies recruit students now to graduate level jobs is through what they call assessment centres. And in the assessment centre, a student is subject to a number of tests and experiences designed to see if they're ready for graduate level work. Now, that can be a pretty daunting experience if you've never encountered anything like it before. So that's why the university's organised some mock assessment centres, especially for business school students, as part of Getting Down to Business Week.
The assessment centres were set up because we realised in the employability unit that our students needed to get practice in this area, and a lot of employers at the moment are using assessment centres as a sift for their recruitment processes. So we get assessors in from local business to UEL, and also business from the city. People come in and they assess our students over a range of activities during one day. So the students come along and they start off with a group task, and then they do a presentation, followed by some psychometric tests. They do a numeracy test and a literacy test, and then they have a series of mock interviews after that.
I had a presentation, a 10-minute presentation in front of two assessors, and I had to present the company which I've chosen in advance and prepared a quick presentation about how this company can improve. I have made my main issues. I have done some slides for the assessors to manage to see what I'm doing. Also, I had some visual help of some tables and charts, and I was trying to explain them why I think the company can improve and how it can improve. I think it went really well, and I was asked a few questions at the end of the presentation.
I had to actually give them a company I had previous working experience in and all that. And it was quite nice having to identify a particular area that the company was having some issues with, some problems with, and trying to prefer solutions.
My topic is about Tesco. I'm going to talk about Tesco and value for money, the value chain.
Off you go.
I'll be back again.
Remember, I'm not saying that I'm going to say my word is the last. What I'm saying, just draw a list. When the list has been made with maximum votes, then we can talk about.
We have to stand by a plan that will move us forward, because right now we're just talking, we're not getting a headway. So what is our plan, first of all? What is our aim? What are we trying to do? What is the objective of what we are doing right now? Let's figure all these things out. Let's take it one after the other. Otherwise, we will still be talking rigmarolling. We will not arrive at a destination.
I mean, if you're just thinking on your own and you don't know what he's saying, by the time you start speaking, somebody have already said it. That's where you just waste your time, I guess.
If we don't get the budget right, if you start a plan, where are you putting the budget?
Okay, so we have another 200,000. Do you want to spend this on the school?
No, it's the third priority.
If there is third priority, where are we going to get that money from? We only have 1 million now. Go out there looking for people, volunteers, or people to come and support.
No, I assure you.
So definitely.
I assure you, if a campaign team is set up like ASAP, however, I agree with what you said, but however, I still think
that could have been more organized. The point raised just now, they would have been raised in there. But what we should learn, what happens, if you relax, calm, things automatically come out. You don't need to stress over it.
And it's a discussion, so you will always clash. And I didn't expect that we all go in there and have the same opinion. And then we were done in 5 minutes. Great.
After some time, when we settled down, time was gone.
it showed me how people, our board of directors, argue towards the decisions and all that. It showed me how I need to appreciate more of how the things we see around. Decisions are not just taken just like that.
The mathematics in the test are very basic. They are not difficult, because it's stuff you might have done in elementary school. But I think the difficulty is really like that it's a lot of information, and not all the information is actually relevant for what you have to do, and that's where people get confused.
It was quite challenging, to be quite honest, especially numerical part. The way they designed it is from starting first question from basics all the way to expert level. Practice makes you perfect, and using these psychometrics, as I would say, there's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path.
The interview went really well. It was this was the time I felt okay, I could express myself since I didn't have all the chances. Then during the group work, everybody wanted to talk. I could not talk then, and even the test, there's no way you can express yourself during the test. And I felt this was the time I could let them understand that I've got this skill.
Hello.
I'm Felicity Udon.
Hello, I'm Catherine. Nice to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too.
Hello, Felicity. I'm Kevin. What other things have you gained from your time at university?
Group presentations, we've had, some of my models, we've had to work with people in groups or in teams of 5, 6, and sometimes most people are from different parts of the world, and they reason differently, even though, human beings reason differently, but some people, based on their backgrounds, they see things from a different perspective. So I've just been able to learn how to work with people more efficiently.
What sorts of jobs have you done while studying or before studying?
What do you feel are your main strengths?
What do you think is your biggest weakness, and what do you do to try to overcome this particular weakness?
Sometimes I may ask too many questions when I'm given a new project. The reason is that I simply want to do it perfectly.
Handshakes go between the bone-crushing to the sort of, the dead fish experience. I would say that your handshake demonstrated that you're quite nervous.
Now I know what I can expect in future interviews for real jobs. The more you start talking to them, the more relaxed you feel afterwards. So at the end, you're even not feeling any nerves. So I hope for the next interview, I will be even more prepared and not so nervous.
If you know where your weakness is, you will know how to step up the mark.
Yeah. So what's your weakness?
Yeah, my weakness, as I've been told from my previous assignment, was that I was not sticking to what I know much. I was trying to go broad.
I saw him this morning and he gave a presentation, and both of us said we would never, he's unemployable. But then we discovered he was talking about something he doesn't know anything about it. If he would have picked up what he did now, he would have swept us away.
From a bad presentation this morning to an excellent interview, just you need to pick a different subject.
From what I've learned from the interviews, to stick narrowly to what I know best.
Oh, definitely. I'm sure if I had to do it a second time, I definitely would be better.
When you go out to find a job or to find a placement or internship, you will be happy to do the same kind of exercises.
When I was coming in the morning, I had this impression that's just going to be like a bunch of students sitting down, having a chit-chat. One of our UEL lecturer going to be the interviewers. I didn't know that's going to turn out really, really good.
I'm much more prepared than I was yesterday, and I feel that I'm a better competitor compared to my colleague students. So hopefully one day I will get the job I deserve.
It gives me a boost of my confidence so that if I'm going into an interview at an employer, that I already know what to expect and how to react to the whole situation.
That improved my confidence, that made me to understand, okay, this is what I'm going to experience in future when you're looking for a job.
And obviously they're making contacts, they're networking. The employers that are here now at the moment might not have the relevant jobs they're looking for, but they might know someone who does and things like that, and you can just get your name out there.
And sitting at home, it looks all okay. It's not big, but trust me, today I realized I need to practice more.